You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday. We've got the bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris.
Hey, John. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Favorite couple of little lovey-dovey birds. Look at you two all married.
Look at you all married.
You all married.
19, almost 20 years now, yeah.
Go.
Started to think that this one might work out.
Your mortgages and expensive
Maybe.
cars.
I'm still on the fence.
Hey, give me some. Up high.
All right.
John, up high. It is National High Five Day.
All righty.
High Five Day, yep.
Yes.
So, and a lot of people, and I did not know this until I looked into it a little bit. It actually does have a history, and its history is in America, but not just America, but it's in Major League Baseball.
Is it really?
The people who know these things now say purportedly it was invented, accidentally maybe sort of, by Dusty Baker and Glenn Burke of the 1977 then Los Angeles Dodgers.
How did they invent the high five?
October 2nd, important game. Something great happened, and apparently they went to clap above their heads, and one hand slapped another hand, and people,
that was amazing.
Yeah, people just thought it looked really cool, and
Yeah.
now you can these days go nowhere in the world where the high five is
Everybody's
not
high-fiving now.
executed.
That's cool.
That's where that started. How about the fist bump? Do you know when that started?
I don't, and I'm a little, I don't do that
not a
often.
fist bumper?
It's just not a high five.
Did I tell you the first time somebody tried to fist bump me? Did I tell you that
You know what it was?
I had no clue.
You shook it, didn't you?
I did.
You shook his fist.
He put his fist out.
I thought he had a gimpy hand.
I had never met this. I used to work with a guy who did, and I thought
Did what, John?
that had his hand
gimpy
like.
hand,
Like
That's not the
arthritic, rheumatoid,
technical term.
okay.
Quit saying that.
What? Just
He
a
had-
gimpy hand.
Don't say that anymore. No, he had a hand that was permanently like in a fist. Bob Dole has that same thing.
Oh, jeez.
So when
How do you know Bob Dole wasn't born with a pen in that hand?
it could be. But this gentleman that I worked with, and he was a photographer, and he still did an amazing job, even though he was using one hand for everything. But this guy goes to fist bump me, and I didn't know what that was. So I'm reaching my hand out to shake, and he puts his fist up, and I shake his fist. He's like, "What was that?"
What was that?
It's like, what do you mean, what was that? So I would have loved to have seen the first high five, because I wonder if they looked at each other and instantly knew that that was a thing.
Good question.
Or if one of them was like, what did you just hit my hand
There's
for?
got to be film on this somewhere from the archives, 1977. I don't know. That's just
It's probably on ESPN TV today.
on ESPN,
I saw
ESPN.
Yeah.
So yeah, high five.
Yeah,
Go
it's
out and
probably
get
on
some
that.
because that's still a big deal. The fist bump's kind of gone away. That
Has
was
it gone
just
away?
a fad. I haven't
Now
been
that it's
fist
gone
bumped
away,
in a
I'm
long
going to start
time.
doing that to everybody.
There's just something a little icky about it. I don't know.
I
It's
never
kinda
liked
weird.
the fist bump.
See, there you go.
Yeah. I had my son convinced that Teddy Roosevelt invented the fist bump because I'm a bad father. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We've got your manly man doing manly things coming up in a bit.
Is your credit card a good fit for you? How did you even get the card you have now? Was it mailed to you? Those are usually the worst cards. They typically have higher fees and rates. Someone has to pay all that postage to mail out millions of cards every day. If you like a better credit card, check out the website bettercreditcards.net. This is a great place to find the cards that are usually a better fit for you. bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Sunny 93.3. Thank you so much for listening on a Thursday. We've got manly man doing manly things in a manly fashion.
Manly man are we. This is as manly as it gets, and you guys, you keep threatening to move, and I guess
Yeah.
you got a house. This is the 9th or 10th house you've bought in the last 7 or 8 days.
Hey,
but
we are movers and shakers, Dan.
well, there you go.
Big shout out to Crescent Realty, by the way. We are their very first customers.
Yes.
Whoa,
we are.
nice.
Yeah, a first official customers.
Crescent is coming on strong.
Yeah,
Relatively
yeah.
new little company. I have
It's
heard the
neat,
buzz.
and
You'll
their
be,
signage is so cool. And
Yeah, you'll
it's
be
just a
hearing about them
real
here on the radio
cool-
quite a bit.
Well, here's
so.
what you need to do.
Oh, what's that?
You need John, know how to do a proper deadlift. Do you even know what a deadlift is?
Yeah, I've carried a lot of bodies.
That's
oh, wait,
where
that's not what you mean?
That's a fireman's carry. That's a whole different deal. Deadlift trains the muscles that allow you to perform one of the most basic of human movements. That's lifting heavy stuff off the ground.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's
I've
where
done-
you keep your back semi-straight. You lift with your knees. You come straight up. A proper deadlift. I would think, John, in
Yeah.
the shape you're in, you could easily deadlift 400 pounds.
I don't know. I've never really check to see how much. But
Well, I think you should give it a shot and maybe tape that for
YouTube.
Yeah, I got a feeling I go viral in a big hurry.
So where would one go to test these type of skills? Is there
just go to a gym,
a place called
There's something called a fitness center.
Yeah, work out with barbells. Yeah.
Should I do that with the barbells, or would I need to have one of the plates?
You might want to work up to that 400 pounds just so you don't hurt yourself.
I'm going to ask the big guys there with the giant neck to put as many weights on a bar as they can fit on there.
The giant neck. I mean, the guys who walk around like they have grapefruits under their armpits.
I used to be a bodybuilder. Okay, maybe not.
Oh man,
I
basically brag if I can walk upright in the morning. That's fantastic.
I used to go to the gym so much. The owner of the gym gave me a shirt to wear, and then I quit going to the gym, and I got so out of shape. He literally asked me in public to quit wearing his shirt.
Yeah. Hey, fork that over, sport.
He seriously did. I wish I was kidding right now, but that truly happened.
There you go. Properly do a deadlift. Just get on it. Be a guy.
Quit wearing that shirt. Okay. That's going to do it for manly men doing manly things in a manly fashion on Sunny 93.3.
Do you have a pretty good sense of humor? You might like this. Early in the morning each day and every day, we share something weird to make people laugh at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. You don't need to sign up for anything. You don't even need to spend a penny. Just follow the page on Facebook and get a smile to start each day when we share the weird gift of the day. Not on Facebook? That's okay. You can see the weird gifts on our website too. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Sunny 93.3. Time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One.
So you guys you into Law and Order?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You mean like Law and Order or
like
the TV show?
Order or
Not the TV show.
Yeah,
No.
I mean,
No, I am
real
not
life.
into the TV show, but yes, absolutely. Follow
Absolutely.
the law.
And
Heidi.
we here at Sunny Radio are huge supporters of our police, fire, and first
Absolutely.
responders. There is a problem, and not just in Sioux Falls, but nationwide. Cities, towns are having trouble recruiting police officers.
I know.
Number of reasons for that. In fact, Sioux Falls is right there too. Sioux Falls, which, the most dangerous city in the continental United States.
It's not either. It's a great city.
I think that's very well known.
Well, for instance, here's part of it. From 2010 in Sioux Falls to 2019, so not quite a decade, the number of officers on duty rose by 13.5%, but the population got up to almost 22%.
Oh, wow.
That same growth period.
But our police officers so awesome, they can handle the job of 3 or 4 other police
they can't,
officers.
and they shouldn't be overtaxed like that.
I'm just saying.
No, but what it is, recruitment challenges and difficulty in retaining officers, too, have caused some departments to endure reduced officer counts at a time when populations are increasing. It has to do with pay. It has to do with the danger factor. It has to do with
the hatred and
It has to do with stress. A lot of it is stress. It's not an easy job
Well,
by any stretch.
And over the last few years, probably
It's been
4
a
or
while
5
ago.
years ago, there was so much
A national
animosity
push.
that
Yeah.
was pushed towards our officers.
And
I don't blame
unduly.
people for not wanting
Well, plus
to
it's
get
tougher to
Unduly.
do, too. There's increased training, increased requirements these days than there were just a few years ago. So it's a little tougher to get the gig, too.
And I got to tell you, I think that is one of the finest jobs that a person could possibly do. It's right up there, to be a police officer, that's right up there with being a military person. Somebody that's overseas fighting for our freedom and, protecting us. These are basically the same kind of thing right here on the home front.
Yep.
They're the ones that are keeping us safe right here in our communities. It's an amazing thing. So thank you to everybody who straps on that uniform and puts on that badge, knowing that in the eyes of some, you are a target. And I think it's really sad because I've never seen it that way.
It's gotten better over the last few years.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we have a president right now who is saying respect these positions and is really pushing how wonderful those people are. And I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. So they're looking for police officers in Sioux Falls, Dan? Is that what you're saying?
Sure are.
Or looking
Pretty
for
much nationwide, yeah. From what I'm reading here, it's certainly not just a Sioux Falls problem.
Heidi called the police on me the other day
I can hardly blame her, John.
because I wanted to chew sunflower seeds and she wouldn't let me have any. She said if I spit the seeds out the window, that would be littering. What do you think?
Ooh, boy, technically
It is.
that's a biodegradable product.
But it
Doesn't matter.
That's what. Whoa! I almost said it's a good thing I stopped myself. It's really good I put the brakes on there.
Well, we did reach out to a police officer and asked him. He was not on duty at the time. He was grilling, so we weren't bothering him during, an important sting operation or anything. But he did say, yes, that is still illegal. So don't spit.
Illegal?
It is illegal.
Really?
It is illegal to
It's-
spit sunflower seeds.
I would not have guessed that.
And he even said, even though it is biodegradable, still illegal. Just so you know.
Interesting.
He said, you probably won't get pulled over by somebody, but you could. You absolutely could, because it is illegal.
I think one of my finest moments would have been about 2-3 years ago. I'd taken the car out of storage for the first time in the spring. I was up on South Cliff Avenue, left a red light, and jumped a little quick, got the car going a little too fast, but just for about a block, and then I reined it in, and sure enough, motorcycle cop, man, bang, and now I'm around the corner, pulled over, and he walks, a younger guy, license, registration, blah, 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 blah. He goes, yeah, a little quick on the accelerator there, Dan. And I said, okay. He said, look at this car. He goes, yeah, sweet. I said, this day, I mean, you would have done the same thing, right? And he smiled and tipped his sunglasses down, and he went, oh, yeah. But I didn't. You did.
Sign here.
My ticket. It was worth every dime. It was just funny.
Oh, that's good. Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3. Coming up, we've got Jeff Harding with Crescent Real Estate Group. He'll be in here to chat with us in just a bit on Sunny 93.3.
This is Jeff Harding. We've started a new firm, Crescent Real Estate Group. We're looking at creating kind of the luxury real estate model that is capable of making every customer feel like they're buying or selling $1 million home. We're looking for some great talent that might have that right fit, that magnetic personality who's looking to expand where they're at in real estate. So if you're an established real estate professional here in Sioux Falls, we should sit down and have a confidential conversation about the things that Crescent Real Estate Group is looking to do here in the Sioux Falls real estate market, and maybe how you would fit into that. If you've got the right skill set and the right experience, that would match well. This would be a confidential meeting, but it would be a great chance for both of us to find out if it's the right fit for you. Reach out to us at Crescent Real Estate Group at 605-521-3000. That's 605-521-3000.
Jeff with Crescent Real Estate Group. Oh, man, this would be so
Gotta
weird.
get used to that now.
Sunny 93.3. Thank you for listening on a Thursday. Super excited to have Jeff Harding joining us right now. He is with Crescent Real Estate Group. It's the first time I've said that on the radio.
It is.
I'm really glad to say that. He was with a different firm before, and now very exciting news, a brand new, very cool place, by the way. We were in there on Saturday of last week, and what an awesome setup you guys have at Crescent Real Estate Group.
Yeah, we have started something new. Me and my partner, who has had an existing footprint in this town, owns a lot of commercial property, and has done a lot of investment in capital business when it comes to development and commercial property in Sioux Falls. We've decided to start a residential real estate group that would, target some of, there's a lot of different areas in home sales as far as price ranges, but surprisingly, that with the new hospital and new business in town, that there is a lot of growth rate taking over in this market that is in that $500,000 and up range. So
nice. So if somebody is looking to buy a home in any price range, really, you can help them in any price range.
Oh, yeah.
But if they're looking to buy a home that's kind of in that upper price range and they want to find just the right place, you guys are really kind of gearing and focusing in to make sure that you can help them the very best.
Well, yeah, you're always the staple of the real estate industry in Sioux Falls. I mean, we're bucking a national trend here. This is really quite unique, the way residential real estate and the market here in Sioux Falls is being driven compared to, a lot of areas across the country are on the decline or they're neutral. They just aren't really moving, and yet we continue to grow year after year for the past few years. So, like I say, those big hospital projects and things like that, they're going to hire 2,000 people or something to work in a building like that. None of them live here in Sioux Falls now. You got doctors, nurses coming from all over the country moving here. So
if you've got a home that maybe it's time for you to upgrade or downgrade, if a family is grown up and you're still living in this home that's got room for a whole darn family, and you're going, I don't need all this space, might be a good time to reach out to Jeff at Crescent and say, hey, what's my house worth, and how can we get the very most for it? And this is a really good time of year to start doing this too.
Absolutely. Every day there's more and more listings coming on. If you're a buyer, to be pre-qualified and ready to perform if you find the right house. There's a lot of homes out there, but you got to be ready to move on them when you find the right one for you. It's a very competitive market.
Yes, you do. How long were we working together to find this?
Well, we've realized that I have an app that you can put on your phone that helps you when you drive around town real time. It shows you where the homes are that are for sale and what the homes in that neighborhood are all worth. It's really a neat app, and it's like Zillow on steroids.
If somebody would like the app, how do they get that? They just text you and you'll send it to them?
Yep, they can text me at 605-521-3000 and just text me, hey, send me the app or whatever, and I'll shoot it back to you.
You're going to get hooked on this thing, and you're going to look at every home that's on the market. At least Heidi did.
She got addicted to it it was Pinterest.
I know.
Mean, at 4 a.m, I'd get a text saying, hey, here's a home that I found on... Like, what are you doing up this late?
Well, we are excited to be the very first official first customers of Crescent Real Estate Group.
Absolutely. We'd been looking at homes for a little while, and I want to make sure that people understand that our new firm, Crescent Real Estate Group, is we're kind of an elite boutique firm, but yet we treat every customer like they're buying $1 million home.
And we don't have that budget. So for those of you thinking that we're elite, we're not. We're very fortunate to be able to get a home. And Jeff, you guys were wonderful. Like we were spending $1 million. So thank you.
If you look at, we don't use the term boutique real estate group lightly because if you think of a real boutique retail shop, their most important commodity should be the customers they work with.
Well, if you'd like to reach out to Crescent Real Estate Group, I've got a phone number here, 605-521-3000. That's Jeff's cell phone number, and that's also the number you'd call if you want to have him text you the app that we were talking about. I'll give you that number here again in a moment, but also CrescentSells.com is the website. And then when will the office be open? Is it open where people can come in now?
We're putting our team together right now. So
it's
if there's
sharp.
a couple experienced real estate professionals in Sioux Falls that, I'm not a big fan of ripping you away from where you're at if you're happy. But if you're looking to get involved with a new real estate firm, we've got a Google-type work environment. You've seen it.
It's really cool.
And so we're kind of redefining a little bit what you would expect out of a normal real estate agency.
Well, if you'd like to reach out, again, Jeff's number, this is the cell phone number, so you can reach out and get that app, 605-521-3000. Then you can just text them back and say, here's a link to the app, and it's pretty darn simple.
Absolutely.
Jeff, thank you again, sir.
I appreciate it.
Jeff with Crescent Real Estate Group, and we've got a link to all of this information on our Facebook page as well, facebook.com/sunnyradio.
If drug and alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. It's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours. Call now to learn more at 1-800-290-0759. That's 1-800-290-0759. Or get more information at timeforrehab.com.
Sunny 93.3. Time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities are fabulous. And then a lot of times, they're really kind of not.
Yeah, usually.
You've been following the trajectory and the complete meltdown and obliteration of R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the latest news. Of course, he's up on, 10 counts of sexual abuse and underage girls and blah, blah, blah. This has been going on for a long time. Well, as it stands right about now, after making bail, after paying fines, after paying back rent on studios, after paying $160,000 just in back child support, according to sources, R. Kelly, superstar, multi-millionaire, media darling, he's worth about $625.
No kidding.
Yep.
That's rounding up, it sounds
That's what
like.
he's got in the bank, about $625.
That Not good. That's a bad day for him. You know, the only person right now that may be in worse shape than R. Kelly as far as their career and, you know, the media would be that Justin Smollett or Jussie Smollett.
Okay, here's what's going to happen with him, though.
Yeah.
You just watch. Now, he's being charged. Chicago wants a bunch of dough from this guy.
Yeah.
I think he's dug his heels in. He's just going to let it shake out. He'll somehow pay this dough. Then there's going to be the movie.
Oh.
And he's going to walk away a millionaire.
You think so?
It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. I don't think
it's really sad. And we've read like 4 stories now recently where people had called in, did the same thing, you know, a fake incident where I'm trying to think of what some of the stories were, Heidi. We just talked about recently where the guy was supposedly attacked, and then the cops were going, well, that didn't really seem right. And then, I didn't really.
Oh, it's more common than you'd think.
But there's been several of them since his incident where they're going, well, he got away with it.
Sure.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh, that's not good.
No, no.
Well, you get the copycat and that mindset and everything else.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
You know, it just is. Hey, here's the thing. You know what? It's called the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
They really aren't that hard.
No, and honestly, even if you are not a believer, if you follow those, your life is a better life.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Yeah. Or punch up my YouTube channel because I'm a social media influencer, and I just point at you and go, hey, knock that off. That's what I do. But it's got like 2.3 million views.
Knock it off.
Thanks, Mom.
So if you don't want to tell your kids to knock it off, let Dan do it for you.
Absolutely.
All right. Dan, thank you so much for coming in, man.
My pleasure, guys. Heidi, John, thanks.
It's been our entertainment news of the day right here on Sunny 93.3.